Hi Gemini, welcome into a brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. I do want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading, but do keep in mind as we proceed, this is general, so just take what resonates, and it's meant to pertain to the following 48-hour period for you beginning around when you were guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it. But I do more than appreciate the love and support, the likes, the comments, and of course subscriptions to the channel if you haven't done so already. We're going to jump into it and pull from which deck is this? The Divine Animals Oracle. But before we do so, the overall message I got for you before beginning the reading: you've been chosen. Everything's about to change. Beautiful. So I do feel like it's going to be a very powerful next 48. You could be acquiring a new situation. I feel like for a lot drawn to the reading, a door is opening for you. But there's a sense of you having a large, important destiny, purpose in this lifetime, and that's taking a highlight that could tie into that door opening. Could be more in regards to what you're meant to continue, see, succeed, go the distance. But either way, Gemini, being drawn to this reading, you're meant to go the distance, okay? Okay, I'm not going to repeat that. I feel like that was keywording. We have learning, sacred abyss. So look at that, golden door of opportunity, my friend, for a lot drawn to the reading. But I do feel like either way, there's a sense of magic and power written all over the next 48 for you, and stemming from this feeling about your energy being quite likable, being honest and pure, and just learning as you go is the vibe I'm getting, okay? You could be learning about a new situation. You could be learning in the midst of a beginning or continuance of a situation. I feel like a lot drawn to the reading are learning about somebody in their life, what they're going through. It could be somebody new for you, but I do feel like the number 22 is speaking about the next 48 for you, that angel number meaning. Okay, no, the spiritual meaning, but I do feel like you are seeing oneself being able to accomplish more than meets the eye or more than you would expect, continuing through this next 48. I feel like you're very well thought out, a little bit too much at times. So we need to simplify that Gemini mind, right? It can be used to your advantage in so many beautiful ways, but then it's about channeling that, right? At times not overdoing it when it comes to your thought process, your mulling over, your at times overthinking. But equality, seahorse. You might be predictive in nature being drawn to this reading, and that could absolutely tie into you being chosen by the spiritual realm and wanting to see oneself become successful with that gift, okay? I feel like either way, you're very intuitive, and that's going to take a highlight and need to be put to use at certain points in the next 48. I was getting that all from seahorse because those do represent predictive nature, intuition, stuff like that. Okay, just predictive nature, but I do feel like your physical figure as well is taking a highlight. You might find that someone else's, muscles or just their figure in general is taking a highlight in your vision, your awareness. Okay, somebody's very attractive to you. But I also feel like you're very attractive being drawn to this reading. Yeah, beauty, look at that, and happiness. I feel as if you're being reminded when you feel beautiful, when you feel attractive, handsome, however you want to label oneself or view oneself or be viewed, you are happy, right? So it reminds you to take care of oneself. It reminds you to keep watering your well-being, right? But wouldn't be surprised if a lot drawn to the reading find themselves wanting to work out in their spare time in the next 48, or just taking care of oneself. I'm hearing a bubble bath will come in handy, okay? Water is a great way to cleanse your energy. So you could definitely be empathic being drawn to this reading. But happiness and learning, I ended up pairing them, separating those two cards and pairing them with the other two, because I feel like you're learning more about what makes you happy, learning more about how to be your happiest, the happiest version of you, learning how to, learning who actually brings out a happy side of you, or being reminded of which. Everything in moderation, okay? In the next 48, everything in moderation. That involves, speaks upon consumption, potentially who you're wrapped up with, communicating with, surrounded by. Could be in regards to sticking around a situation. Okay, being there for too long won't benefit you. Could be in regards to not overworking oneself, right? Don't overdo it. But equality and the swan card, the beauty card, because I do feel like there's a sense of you wanting fairness in a situation, however that works for you. It could be at work, home, you name it. It could be a connection, a group of friends, I want to say. Thinking about how you treat people affects your life for the better or for the worse, okay? But let's move on to a Kipper card or two. Flopping out, we have the child card. There's thoughts of your childhood. There could potentially be thoughts of another child or experiences with a child in your life, if not multiple. I do feel like some of you, your purpose is involving children. Okay, you could be a teacher or something of the sort. What else do we have? It's very interesting. Adjudication. I feel like there's a judgment being made stemming from you. You could find that people are kind of judging you at certain points in the next 48, but it won't be a big factor. I just also feel like eyes are drawn to you when you're out and about, when you're creating, developing. You could be on social media or in the public eye in another way, and that's potentially tying into your purpose. I do feel like someone drawn to this reading, if not multiple, need to start a YouTube channel, because there's a sense of you needing to get your voice out there, your creations, your developments, a sense of you having a mind that needs to be utilized by other people in a positive sense. You could really help people. I really do feel like your helpful nature is taking a highlight either way. There's a sense that you have been chosen to help other people, or maybe potentially one, if not two demographics to be specific. Don't overthink to the point of putting yourself in despair, okay? But we're not going to take that card. The house card and the occupation card, you could be working from home. You potentially are being reminded or informed you're meant to work from home. You should become a business owner. If you're unhappy with your job, even if you have to work a side gig with it, it's like me with this channel. I still have to work a side job, for the time being until it blows up. But I do feel like your occupation, your work, your life's purpose, that's taking a highlight. You're not just meant to work and fulfill your purpose in that sense. There's other factors to it that you're going to learn more about moving forward. But I also just feel like there's a new housing situation for some, whether you recently jumped into that contract or that situation. But I do feel like you're in line for an upgrade moving forward, however that looks for you. So maybe think a little bit, don't overthink again in regards to what that looks like for you, that ideal house situation. They're saying because you can manifest. But I feel like there's gifts of abundance in the next 48. One in particular will be highlighted. I do sense that you're thinking about a holiday or a birthday or something of the sort coming up, which might involve a gift. Let's move on to some tarot. Let's do some shuffling. Yeah, but it feels like because you're chosen, once again, going back to the overall message, things are going to change for the better moving forward. It feels like a lot of what's drawn to the reading are meant for a sense of fame and fortune, but fortune either way, even if you don't see fame in your future, even if you don't see it, doesn't mean it isn't part of what lies ahead for you. I do feel like people will be honoring you, honoring your Gemini name. I feel like your name could spread moving forward, and you might experience some of that in the next 48. Very much in touch with your masculine side for the most part in the next 48, male or female. And I feel like that is helping you conquer. I feel like you're very motivated, but don't overdo it once again. Moderation, but learning more, my friend, learning more. You might be gifted a business idea in the next 48 by spirit. If it's just a random thought, write it down. But I feel like you need to stay organized and write things down either way, because that's going to benefit you greatly. Having a lot going on within, outside of you. They're saying a busybody. But the 10 of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Swords, I feel like some of which are asking oneself, well, if I pursue this craft, right? If I start this new business or this new online platform, or if I pursue this purpose that I feel like, or I'm being pushed to see that I'm chosen for, will I make enough money? The answer is yes. If you're chosen to do something that you're meant to be passionate about, or that you already are, and I feel like for, again, a lot, it's to help people. It will help you along the way. It's the sense of when you do what's right for you and for other people, and your helpful nature shines through it all, and you're passionate, the rewards will follow, okay? And there's a feeling that you know what you're doing, and if you don't fully grasp how to get something done, or how to see something become successful, you'll learn along the way, right? Haven't you done this in the past and that helps you become successful? There's a sense that some might need to shake off the nerves at certain points, or cleanse your energy, because it potentially could not be yours, or it could be both. But I do feel like there's a lot of happiness lying ahead, because things are going to change for you, because you're destined for a lot of, they're saying shiny success, okay? Happiness, my friend. I do feel like you don't have to choose. You're being reminded you don't have to choose between love and career success and purpose all the meanwhile, because you're meant to have a bit of everything, okay? Let's keep shuffling. Yeah, I feel like you're learning a lot in the next 48, learning what you're capable of, some of which are being shown the way by spirit. And this is going to show you just how connected you are to the spiritual realm. Okay. But I do feel as if there's a need to get a release at a certain point, if not multiple, a need to throw any doubts up into the air and just say, I'm going to do what I feel is right for me and help other people and potentially help my people, however that looks for you, family, friends, you name it. But there's a sense of you needing to have certain judgment moments in the next 48 when you're alone, being honest with oneself. And I feel like Spirit's going to be just as, if not more so, honest with you. I need to recognize that you're meant to glow moving forward due to all of the positive twists and turns and changes and eyes being peeled upon you, and you just gaining what you are meant for. It just feels like this is going to be, for a lot, stemming from a new beginning, but this kind of rebirth for your life in a positive sense where you're meant to go the distance being drawn to this reading. And I truly feel like people are going to be in awe. And I just feel like there's a lot of winning for you moving forward, okay? Being drawn to this reading, going back to the overall message, you've been chosen, okay? However that looks for you, everything's about to change, all right? So if this was truly helpful, sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your next 48, and I'll see you next time.